Texas lawmakers are considering several bills aimed at strengthening the state's strict abortion laws. And we have Dan Godwin in this morning. He's in the studio with details on what this legislation entails. Dan?
Well, Lauren, what we're seeing now in the legislature, some proposals designed to toughen this state's near total abortion ban that was enacted nearly 4 years ago. But there's also one provision that attempts to clear up confusion about pregnancy complications. Senate Bill 31, dubbed the Life of the Mother Act, seeks to establish clear guidelines as to what medical conditions would allow an abortion to be performed legally and without repercussions for the pregnant woman and the doctor treating her. Also up for consideration, SB 33 and SB 2880. 2880 would implement criminal penalties for people and organizations who fund others' abortions. It also aims to crack down on those who mail abortion-inducing medications into the state. 33 aims to close loopholes that supporters say some Texas cities have exploited by using public funds to support out-of-state abortion travel.
SB 33 bans the logistical support, which includes child care, transportation to or from abortion providers, lodging, and meals. Overall, Senate Bill 33 ensures that, local governments comply with Texas pro-life laws.
Anybody who is thought to have helped somebody access care, like somebody who gave somebody a ride to the airport, somebody who helped them pay for the procedure or facilitated in some way.
Denise Rodriguez with the pro-choice Texas Equal Access Fund denouncing the bills now before the legislature. Her group helps women get access to abortions in other states. Under the laws being considered, her organization could be prosecuted. Senate Bill 31, the proposed law designed to clear up confusion as to what constitutes a medical emergency, does have the support of the Texas Medical Association. It's not clear yet when the trio of bills will be voted on or what their prospects look like in the Texas House. Lauren, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. New York County Clerk refused to enforce a fine levied against a local doctor accused of prescribing abortion pills to a North Texas woman. State Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit against the doctor, Dr. Margaret Carpenter. A Texas judge ordered she pay more than a $100,000 fine. The doctor allegedly approved and sent abortion medication over the phone to her patient, a violation of Texas law. This steps up a potential challenge to New York's SHIELD law, protecting providers who serve patients in states with abortion bans. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton launching an investigation to determine if a health insurance company illegally spied on Texans. Superior Health Plan, one of the state's providers of Medicaid insurance. And according to the Morning News, Superior fired its CEO Mark Sanders after he reportedly admitted to hiring private investigators to spy on customers. He made the admission while testifying before a House committee Wednesday. Sanders told lawmakers the company abandoned the practice but defended the company's action, saying it only gathered information that was publicly available. Lawmakers raised concerns that the information was gathered as leverage to avoid paying claims or to win state contracts. A House bill has been filed aiming to prevent companies that work with the state from engaging in any sort of surveillance.